All right. Welcome back to another episode of I Am Jack's Broken Femur. My name's not Jack. Christmas is never a lot of fun for me. Not in a long time. Parents died a long time ago. I'm divorced, no children. Lost track of my sisters for multiple years now. Really no interest in pursuing any of that. That's a whole nother story. This last Christmas was pretty good. Had my new church family to hang out with, and that bolstered my spirit a great deal. But in the last 11 years, I'm going to tell you about the worst Christmas I ever had. This was in 2013 in Salida, Colorado, when I had my channel, The Adult Child 101. And that'll do it here in sunny Salida, Colorado. This is your host, Arizona Del Rio. Talk to you later. There was a guy there named William Bodie. He was a couple of years older than me and very good painter. Had his own studio in a pricey little studio downtown Salida on Main Street. And he was also a bass player. I had a really good little band there for a while with him and a singer-songwriter named Brian Rill. Did a lot of gigs, got to play the Steam Plant and a few other places. And William took pity on me. Every winter, he would give me the key to his studio. And he said, look, I know you prefer to sleep outside, but you know, Colorado winters are pretty tough. It can be very brutal. December, January, it can hit 5, 6 below. Sometimes the wind's blowing. Sometimes it's snowing at the same time. Not very good. He said, let yourself in, but here's what you got to do. Do not turn on any lights. Go into my back office and put your sleeping bag down, and remember to lock the door. And I did this many times. Now, he had a landlord who owned that entire building. There was like 7, 8 businesses in it on the ground floor, and she lived in this massive apartment right above it on the 2nd floor. Can't remember her name, do not want to remember her name. In fact, I had forgotten all about this story for the longest time, and you'll see why. But she was basically, can't really say basically she was what exactly. Number one, she was a very strange looking woman. She was in her late 50s, and she looked just like Big Bird, this very tall, geeky woman with no attractive feminine attributes whatsoever, kept her hair very short, and she was rich as Roosevelt. She was married to a real estate lawyer who basically owned half the town. So, you know, she was basically one of these know-it-all, do-nothing, in-your-face, entitled, kept women. And she made these decorative lamps. And they were these long tube things made out of, I don't know, they look like paper mache to me. Just these great big, like 4.5 foot tall, big round tubes that stood vertically. And she put lights inside and painted them up with all kinds of garish colors. And she would sell these things to her friends for $400, $500, $600. And she sold them all the time because, you know, everybody wanted something from her. Sold these things all over town. I thought they were ugly as fuck. I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. But anyway, she owned the building, her and her husband owned the building, and she collected the rents. And William told me, do not ever let her see you come in or out or staying in there. She'll pitch a fit. She'll go nuts. Anyway, it was Christmas Eve, and it was very, very cold. I was at the Victoria Bar all night, and by that time, I knew a lot of people. I had a number of friends. That was fun. They closed down kind of early because it was Christmas Eve. I think they closed 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to hit William's studio tonight and curl up in the back. I can't handle this. I go inside, and I had tipped a few, had a few shots of Jack Daniels, whatever. People bought me some other drinks. I mean, we were We were probably hovering at a BAC of .2. But anyway, I came in, did not turn on the lights, went to the back studio, curled up, and I forgot to lock the door. 6 o'clock in the morning, I wake up with Big Bird standing over me, yelling at me, "Get up, get up!" And I was like, oh, fuck. Now, she might have let herself in with her own key. I don't know. I don't know how she saw me go in there. I don't know how she saw me in there at all. The lights weren't on, but it didn't matter. The jig was up. And it's Christmas morning. You have got to remember this. It was Christmas morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, 7, I don't know. The sun was just coming up. And it's still 5 below outside, and there was a light snow falling. Christmas morning. She says, "You got to leave right now." I couldn't believe this. You're kicking me out in the street on Christmas morning, and it's 5 motherfucking below zero, and it's snowing. I didn't know what to say. It's one of those things that comes out of left field so deep and so fast, you don't know how to react. And I grabbed my pack and I headed outside, and that was it. She follows me out, slams the door, and goes up the stairway to her luxury apartment upstairs. No doubt to commune with her family in their PJs next to the fire, to drink mimosas. And I'm walking down the street, and I just started laughing. I didn't know what else to do. Can you believe that? Thrown out in the street, Christmas morning. Like I said, I forgot all about it for the longest time, but for some reason, it just kind of bubbled up in my head. Forgot it for a reason, man. Now, as far as nonviolent incidents go, this was pretty traumatic for something that wasn't violent. It was as traumatic as it could be without experiencing actual violence. You're throwing me out in the cold on Christmas morning, and I didn't have anywhere to go. And the thing is, William, oh man, he called me about a day later. He was, because Big Bird went down and beat up on him for a while, threatening, "Well, I'm going to kick you out too if anything like that happens again." Forget the fact that he was paying her $3,500 a month to sell his paintings, but he was beside himself. He was like, "I cannot believe she did that. I cannot fucking believe she did that. She threw you out on Christmas morning." Yeah, she sure did. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.